Hey guys, it's Jesse from Project FDL. I wanted to make a quick video and talk about two things. Number one, Endwar, and number two, some things that I have in progress and a new update coming out for the FDL-2 soon. So first, Endwar. Endwar is a nationwide, almost worldwide event coming up on June 23rd through June 25th in Athens, Ohio. For anybody that hasn't heard about Endwar, it's a major HVZ event. If you don't know what HVZ is, you can Google it and find out more. It's also preceded by FoamCon. FoamCon is one of the few Nerf or foam dart related cons in existence. And that happens on June 23rd before the HVZ game, which happens on the 24th and the 25th. So I will be at FoamCon. I'm going to have a booth. I'm going to show up with a bunch of merch, some t-shirts and bags and stickers and whatnot. As well as some FDL-2s, some electronics bundles, and whatever I can carry with me up to Athens. So if you guys are going, stop by the booth, say hey, and we'll chat about the FDL-2 or the FDL-1 for a little while. I'll be playing at the HVZ event the next 2 days. I'll have my FDL-2, as will my son and my wife that are coming up with me, and a bunch of the other SCNC members are coming up, and a couple of them will have FDLs too. So we plan on rocking some zombies with FDL-2s at Endwar this year. So next up, let's talk about some of the things that I have in progress and the update coming out for the FDL-2. Alright, so what you're looking at here are three very similar but distinctly different FDL-2s. They're basically all the same FDL-2 minus the microcontroller and the pusher motor. So the first one all the way on the left is as the FDL-2 stands right now. So it is powered by one of these stepper motors. Stepper motor is great because it's very precise. I can turn it forward and back, super easy. And it has a little bit of intelligence built in that if a dart kind of jams, it slips and it knows that it can kind of retract the pusher and it can undo the jam and you just pull the mag out and everything's good. Problem with stepper motors is I can only get them to turn so fast, and the faster they turn, the more torque they lose. So I really am capped out at about 7 to 8 darts per second with the FDL-2 as it stands. So moving on to the next one, that is this one. This is an FDL-2 that I've built for a member of the SCNC. He goes by TK1138. All of his blasters have kind of this Star Wars Stormtrooper kind of theme to them. So I did one in black and white for him, and I actually found these really cool red motors for it. You can tell everything looks the same. You still have the voltmeter on the back. This one actually has the stock attachment point for you guys who have asked to see that. The difference here is I have swapped out the stepper motor on that one with a motor that looks a little something like this. So it's much smaller, much more lightweight, much faster. With that motor, I am pushing about 12 to 13 darts a second. Alright, so option number 3 is this guy right here. This is my personal FDL, and this is why it looks like a Frankenstein FDL, because this is what I put all my prototype parts on. So you'll notice a couple things real quick. If you look at the side here, there are no knobs anymore. So I could potentially redesign this whole side piece, get rid of that cap, and make the FDL-2 kind of holsterable. It's still fairly wide, you know, but the thing that stops it from being very holsterable is really having the knobs on the side. The second you put them in, you put the blaster in a holster, the knobs turn and it's not what you expect when you pull it out. The big difference with this guy though, and excuse the ugliness because this is very, very much in a prototype state. I really am just trying to get this out to wars and see if it works well. This guy has an OLED screen on it. So it's really hard to get this to focus. But the idea here is that you have one knob, and as you turn the knob, you can see the settings change on the screen. On the right side of the screen, there is a battery meter, so you no longer need the voltmeter. The microcontroller, which is actually built into the OLED screen, like it's a microcontroller and an OLED all in one compact piece, which is really cool. So not only do you have a battery meter on here, which replaces the voltmeter, but the microcontroller is also cognizant of the level of the battery. So you could potentially start shutting down the FDL-2 when the battery gets low, so you don't get into a situation where you've over discharged your LiPo. If you look in the very top up here, and again, sorry for the focus, but there is an ammo counter on this. In terms of replacing the knobs on the side, if you can see, again it's hard to see, this is set for speed right now. So the idea is you have one, what I call live knob all the time. So that knob is always adjusting a single setting. You can then dive down into some menus here, and now that knob has become your rate of fire knob. So we can turn that up and down, go back into the menu, change it to burst. So now you've got a single burst, 3, 2, full auto, and then there's lots of other things that you can get to in this menu. You've got your counter stuff that you can adjust, how big your mags are, and then you can cap your speed. So there's a min speed and a max speed setting right now. So the FDL-2 Plus is what I'm calling the update with the new pusher motor in it. So that upgrade consists of just a new pusher motor. You would have to reflash the photon that is in the FDL-2, and there's a couple of different pieces that will have to be printed in order to exchange that out. So I'm going to be selling the FDL-2 Plus just as assembled blasters at first, and then I will follow that up in the week following with the open source material so that I can provide you guys with bundles for the FDL-2 Plus as well. The FDL-2X is very much still a work in progress. That's going to take me a while to finish up. There's a lot of code to write, a lot of things to tweak, a lot of models to build still. But stay tuned for that, and I'll keep you guys up to date on that progress. So thanks for watching. I'm going to post a link to TK1138's YouTube channel below in the description. He's going to have some video up about his FDL-2, and he'll probably have some more footage up with it soon too. And I'll also put a link to the Endwar Facebook page, so you can go check that out and get whatever information you need from that. Cool. Thanks again for watching.